for, but it's also kind of stupid to do, in my opinion.
No, I'm sorry, not to cut you off. There was actually some codes given away on the Bethesda website for you to go and trial play this game as well. Now, with that in mind as well, people who pre-ordered wanted to specifically play the beta so that all your stuff that you play in the beta carried on into the game.
Right. Which made sense.
Yeah.
And they were all like, but hold on, you can only play it for 3 hours at a time. In this 3 hour time slot.
On a specific date.
And the problem I have with that is that they didn't communicate that in advance about the closed beta.
Yes.
And here's the thing. If you've pre-ordered the game and you have the beta, what if you're working during those hours? It's only like 2 or 3 hour time spans.
So you can't
each
play
day.
Unless you're calling sick.
And the thing is, too, is for a beta, the purpose isn't so, hey, I can play the game. The purpose for the developers is to test your servers. You want to
test the actual gameplay.
You want to test for glitches and bugs.
Right, you want to see where... And it's a Bethesda game, so you know there will be bugs and glitches.
Bethesda's known for glitches in their games.
Oh, yeah.
And some that, like, are in Fallout 4 that still haven't been fixed and never will be.
Right, because they don't care anymore.
A beta is about figuring out what those things are. And that's why, I applaud... As much as I hate EA... I do applaud them that they do open betas for their games like Battlefield 5 or Battlefront, because it does allow them to test their servers, and it does allow them to address some bugs and issues and feedback that people like on YouTube or people, not that anyone listens to us, but like people like us who are more popular than us say. That's... What are you guys laughing about?
My lovely better half. She said, let's be serious. Most of the people who pre-ordered it don't have jobs.
That's true. That's true. So they have all the time in the world to go
It's just another misstep in this whole Fallout 76 thing, which has been it has been a series of unfortunate events for Bethesda.
And the funny thing is, like, the more I'm actually hearing from the beta, like people who have gotten their hands on it, is that the gameplay is very repetitive. Yeah. It's a soulless story. There is a story.
Yeah. It's an MMORPG that should be free to play that you're paying $60 to play.
Pretty much. And the thing is, they hid that it was an MMO, and they were building it up that it's solo, and you can still play solo, but it sounds like the story is very limited for solo. Mm-hmm. A lot of the quests are very limited for solo players.
What about Han Solo?
No side quests in this.
I can't make the Kessel Run?
For a Fallout game, the side quests and the story were the biggest thing.
2.7 parsecs.
Yeah.
It was 12 parsecs, I think.
I'm going to do it in 2.7.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Yeah!
You're going to need it.
Give me a ship. I got this.
No, I think that for a Fallout game, you play it for the story and you play it for the side quests and the lore. It's a 50 hours campaign.
And and it was stupid.
And now it's going to be...
And I have never played a Fallout game.
And it's going to...
But
they're awesome games.
I've heard they're really good. I've heard there are some that are far better than others. And I know that like 4, 3, like New Vegas and 4 and stuff are very different from the original game in gameplay style and stuff like that.
Sure.
But,
it's just... Maybe it is a good game, but I'm going to be honest and just say it's not my type of game. Even if people...
And it is my type. I love MMORPGs. I play Lord of the Rings Online. I play SWTOR, Star Wars, The Old Republic. I've played other MMORPGs. I've never got into like World of Warcraft because you got to pay for that. And so I never got into that.
And I played games like SWTOR, but at least with that there's a story.
Major stories all over the place.
And they take a long time to beat.
The game is fairly repetitive, but you keep doing it because you want to know the story that's going on.
And there's tons of side quest content.
There's 12 different main stories because there's 6 playable character types for both the light and the dark side. So there's 12 total campaigns, all with a different story.
Yeah.
Now, the main story is the Jedi Guardian. That was the main storyline where you go and actually defeat the Emperor and stuff like that. But the other stories, I've beaten 4 of the stories so far. They're all really good. I've beaten the Jedi Guardian, the Jedi Sentinel, the Sith Warrior, and the Sith Sorcerer.
If Fallout had done something like that, where it still had the depth of a Fallout game in terms of its story and side content, I'd be buying this game.
Sorry, I think there's only 8 storylines. I don't want to lie to you. I think there's only 8. I think there's 4 classes for each.
Whatever.
But
I was just thinking about that. I was like, what are the other 4? Oh, there's not. There's 2 more for each side.
I loved Knights of the Old Republic.
The original games were great. Yeah. The non-MMORPGs. I'm actually playing through the second one again because so for those of you that don't know, completely off topic, but I love this. For those of you that don't know, the reason that the second game was so short was because of the production company said you need to get this game out. The developers and writers and everything had a much longer ending than what is in the actual game, and they've released that ending. Those files and there's other side quests in the game itself that got cut out, other topics of conversation that get cut out, and people who are much more computer savvy than I am they were given all of the stuff and released mods that put all of that stuff back into the game.
Oh yeah.
And so one of those mods is those mods are on Steam, which I own. So I downloaded that mod. So I'm replaying through it. To try and see some of the story and stuff like that that's not there that should have been originally because it's cool.
It is interesting.
So those are those 2 topics that we wanted to cover real quick, and then our third thing for tonight, we figured we'd have a little fun because originally it was just going to be Drucker and I, and so we were like,
Thanos had snapped half of us out of existence,
and we were like, crap, what are we going to do? So we decided to bring back something that we did. 3 months ago? For those of you that don't remember this, we did an episode that was pretty much all Would You Rather / One's Gotta Go. And the premise of the thing is I've got a list of things in front of me here that neither Tony nor Drucker have seen. Now, maybe they've been sitting here reading it.
I haven't
but that they have not seen, and they've got to choose. So, like, the poll today was our first one, so we'll bring that up. One has to go. TV, video games, or movies. One has to go. I already voted on the poll. I said movies.
I voted too.
Because, and my reasoning was, everything that's a movie, I could make into a TV show. You could do that. But things that are TV shows, I don't think you could accurately make into movies. Plus, I'm a huge sports fan, and if TV goes, my sports goes with it.
Yeah, but why don't you watch it live?
You could watch it live, but at that point, I can't be at every live event. I couldn't watch because I don't have the money to do that. I can't watch all 106. This year, I watched, for instance, all. I got close to 162 out of 162 Phillies games. I think I ended up at like 158. I was keeping track because I wanted to see. I could never be able to do that if TV didn't exist because I can't go to all those games, both home or away. So I chose movies. What did you choose? Yeah, both of you voted on the poll.
Yeah, I chose TV because
I also chose TV as well.
I have a TV, but I have my PlayStation. So
it's a very small TV.
I'm sorry.
I keep telling him
I don't have the budget to go get a big TV, even though I told my wife we need one.
She didn't listen.
She
went and bought more makeup. No,
I stream Hulu.
It was more important to get the car fixed than to buy it.
My car decided.
I know.
I stream Hulu and Netflix, and I'll buy DVDs. The only thing I really miss is watching live sports.
You ever heard of a Blu-ray?
You're weird.
Come on, man! You probably still buy VHSs and 8-track tapes, don't you?
DVDs are cheaper.
Laserdisc.
I'm sorry, I don't want to spend $30 on
He's got a record player, and he's like...
He's so crotchety. Listen to him.
So you chose TV because you don't really watch TV as much.
The only thing I miss is sports, and I really do miss sports. I wish I could. Whoever's out there, if you're listening, I watch Shark Tank, right? Whoever's out there, you need to invent a streaming service for just sports.
Well, see, here's the problem with that. The cable companies like Fox and CBS and stuff own the rights to show those sports.
Yeah, of course.
You can watch baseball and hockey and basketball online.
Right.
You can't watch football because... Except I think you can now stream the Sunday night or the Thursday night game. You can stream Thursday night because Fox has a deal with Amazon, and you can stream Monday night because ESPN has a deal with Hulu.
Actually, if you have a smartphone, for those of you who don't know this, you can actually stream every local
what if you have
NFL
a dumb
game.
Phone?
Well, you can't stream anything. If you have a dumb phone and the internet thing starts popping up, you start hitting that end button real quick so you don't have to
download the Yahoo Sports app for all live NFL games, anything local. You can watch. That includes Sunday night, Monday night,
which is cool.
That includes the
but that's
games.
The reason that it's not on on your PlayStation and stuff like that yet, because the money, and eventually it will be, because most people the money is going
cable companies are going away.
Right. I have cable, but I'm going to cancel it in February. Soon as football season's over, I cancel it. And then I'll start it again in September when football season starts again.
But, so that's all I miss. TV.
So you're both on TV. Why are you on TV?
Well, I mean,
yeah, well, that's why I asked you. I'm like a waiter. I come and ask you, how's the food, just as you have shoveled 8 bites into your mouth.
You can't complain when your food is...
Exactly. How's the food? Oh, that's good. I'll get you another drink.
I'm dying here. Help!
You're vetoing movies, Stephanie. Does that mean did you mean voting and just spelled it wrong?
Well, she's getting rid of movies.
Veto and vote have the same letters in them. By the way, go out and vote next Tuesday. One week today. Go out and vote. For whomever you're voting for, you just have a right to vote, and so use it. It's and national,
local, national,
and state. It's the whole shebang.
Everything except for president.
Well, right. That's not until another 2 years from now.
Yeah.
But either way, why are you getting rid of TVs?
Well, TV. You know what? I've
vote Sam Brush for state Congress. No, she's kidding.
Yeah.
Write me in. How did you get elected? I have no idea.
I'm a senator? What?
Cool. Does that mean I get money?
I am the
Yes. That would be the first thing
Senate.
That would be the first thing I say.
The moment you get on your press conference to announce it.
I am the Senate. Please tell us why you're getting rid of TV before we continue.
Well, so you couldn't watch it on TV if you didn't have a TV.
There you go. That's the whole good reason.
I'd have to watch it in the movies. Now, you know what? To be honest, I've lived without TV for a while now. Not necessarily because I've done streaming service. I've done every other thing besides live TV.
Yeah,
and I really don't miss it, to be honest. We've done digital cable.
Yeah.
And just cable altogether, man. It just sucks you dry. Like
it does.
It's like $70 a month.
Yep.
And you've worked for what? DirecTV, right? Or Dish?
I used to work for Dish Network a long time ago.
So, don't say anything bad about them. You won't get your pension pay.
Yeah. No, you know what? It wasn't a bad company. It was, they had horrible customer service.
Well, yes.
Like, it was really bad.
My parents used to have Dish. I know that.
Like, even for the text that went out, right?
Yep.
I remember sitting in this house. I'm going to tell a really good story.
Go ahead.
Right? So I'm sitting in this house.
Wake up!
And we walk into this house, and my partner who was training me at that time, he goes, "Hey, man, you got to get ready for this." I'm like,
"What do you mean?"
Well, yeah, what are you talking about? He goes, "Just wait. So he knocks on the... We knock on the door, I should say. He knocks. Nice. He knocks, we knock. And all of a sudden we get there and on the door, and this older lady opens up the door. Crazy cat lady. So all of a sudden we get hit with this. We get hit with this stench of
cat.
Probably 40
Bad
cats.
Cat. Yep.
40 cats.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? Oh wow, that's really potent.
Bad.
It's potent. So we go inside, and all you can see is hay and and pellets.
Yep.
And that urine smell.
Yep. And cat
everything
urine is disgusting.
As soon as you walk through the door, it's all over the carpet.
Yep.
And she has top to bottom, and I mean this in the nicest way, she had crates stacked from
floor to ceiling,
crates. We're like, wow, all right, maybe she's a breeder.
What's in the crates?
Maybe she's a breeder.
Children.
Maybe there's children in the crates. I don't really know. What am I supposed to get ready for? Because my partner said, "Hey, get ready,
but I couldn't have gotten ready for this."
Yeah. So
I was ready to die, but not ready for this.
Yeah. So he goes, "Oh, okay." It's like, well, what seems to be the problem, ma'am? Well, I had TV and now I don't. Okay,
that's a problem.
Okay, that's a really good, really good problem.
Thanks for the explanation.
Point us in the right direction. Blah blah blah. We go off to a side room. So we get into the side room. I said, "Wow, ma'am, you have a lot of pets." "Oh yeah, I do. I have 7 or 8 cats. She had 4 or 5 dogs. She had a couple birds. She had." And I say this literally, a ton of small critters.
They probably weren't supposed to be there. They had just moved in.
Well, fun fact.
Mickey and Minnie decided to make their home here.
Fun fact. She lets out her pet gerbil.
Oh, good.
Into this pen in that room. Oh. And needless to say, this pet gerbil bit through
the wires,
the main wire that runs into the converter box, which is